Hey guys, this is Gear Nut Jim here, and I am about to do a quick review and item unboxing, so to speak, of the Australian Mark III Survival Kit. Quick history about this kit. I bought this directly from David Alloway about 12 years ago. This was the kit that he used when he did his 200-kilometer survival trek in the Western Australian Pilbara region. It was the same kit that was used by lots of Australian and British and American Special Forces unit, but and the only one that he sold. He was a very well-respected survival instructor, passed away several years ago. The kit was actually designed by Bob Cooper, and as you can see on the cover there, and you can still get a similar version of this kit at Bob Cooper's site. I'm going to talk a little bit about the differences, which is bobcoopersurvival.com. This kit has been out in the wild a few times, and on a few trips, and been used a little bit, but it has been relegated to the console of a family vehicle for about the past 7 or 8 years, untouched. And so I saw it recently, have a renewed interest in these small kits, and decided to pull it out and go through it and show you what's in here. It was bound together by this cable tie. I'm not sure what these were doing on here, but I would think that these did not come with the kit, but that's the way I found it. So in the past, I believe I've had this duct taped for waterproofing, as well as a way to carry the tape around as well. So these are still available. I paid a good bit less. I paid about 1/3 of what they cost these days, this particular kit, as I see it listed on Bob Cooper's site, and they have changed a little bit. So first of all, as I open this up, this has a really cool knife in it. It's made by Sicut, S-I-C-U-T. All this stuff is Australian. It comes from Australia. This knife was manufactured in Pakistan, and I think it's one of the coolest parts of the kit. You can see on the back it says Cooper, and it says MK3, Spencer design, manufactured in Pakistan. I'm going to guess this is like a 420 or a 440A type material. It's fairly sharp, but you know, if you think about having one knife with you that's pocket size, and what you would want to do with that knife in terms of spearing, perhaps digging, and you would certainly want a full tang. And you know, a pocket knife a folding knife would be great, but this would definitely be a contender. Very useful in a lot of ways. Feels pretty good in the hand, and you can see how you can do a lot of things with this. So I always thought that this was one of the neat features. It's not my first choice in edge. I would perhaps have one of these edges flat ground and another one with a double grind on it. But I really like the knife, and I think it's a great part of the kit. You know, when you think about something that you can't have this break, you know, and you got to have something this small. The idea behind a kit like this is you keep something like this in your pocket, you know, and if you get separated from your pack, or all of a sudden you find yourself in a situation, you've got all this stuff on you. That's the idea behind a small kit like this. It's obviously not something, you know, it's not the same as having a big pack kit. These tell you all the contents of everything that would be in the kit. There are some recommended additions, and as well as such as Benadryl, and tells you a little bit about some of the things that are in there. We've got plastic bags that can be used for keep you dry, can be used for flotation, water procurement, things like that. Nice, big, thick. I'm not sure the dimensions on that, but it's I can tell by the density there's a good bit there. This tea bag is interesting because not only is it a great thing to have in your kit, but The idea behind this is that, as I remember hearing it, is that you take a moment. If you find yourself lost in the wilderness all of a sudden, take a moment to stop, take a deep breath, take a very calm, rational look at your surroundings and figure out what your next step is. And one way to do that is to stop, make a fire, boil some water, and actually have some tea. Not only is the caffeine good for your cognitive abilities, but it will force you to slow down and take a really good look at your situation. I don't know if any of you guys watching this have ever found yourself in the wilderness where something goes wrong, and you can pretty quickly get into a panic situation. So not a bad idea, as crazy as it may sound, to stop and have some tea. This guy here, his little bandage material, is actually for tinder. Got that in there, so I won't be replacing that. One of the things I'm looking at as I go through this kit is what I need to replace, and I'll let that one go. We've got a fishing kit here. Again, nice size for a pocket kit. We've got a couple of weights. We've got some fishing hooks. Lots of nice long fishing line there. As you can see, it's very thick. We've got some swivels, that's about all you need. You've got plenty of different hook sizes there, and you're good to go with that. We've got a condom that expired in 2003. Probably replace that. Condoms are great to keep things dry. Flotation device. You could use it for moving water around. Good and even concealment in E&E. So you know, this is a great little device here. Might replace that one. Again, Australian brand. Australian pencil. This is for taking notes, unsharpened, leaving notes. Got the paper here for that. Can be very, very useful to keep track of what's going on, as well as leaving emergency notes and things like that. We've had some wire here, and this particular wire, trace wire, you can use this for fishing trace, for binding, snaring, general repairs. Really useful thing to have that's that small and that light. More cordage. This very tightly bound. There's more here than it looks like. But again, on a small kit like this, you know, this doesn't seem like very much cordage, but in a small kit like this, that's about all you want. And of course, you can, you know, not only use that for repairs, but you can use it for all kinds of things, along with a needle that's in here. This is, I'm going in no particular order here, but this is something called Condy's crystals. Some of you may know what this is. It's also referred to as potassium manganate. And this can be used, it's a very strong antiseptic, used with a small amount of water. It can be mixed with crushed glucose, which I'll talk about in a second, and a sparker to create fire. It's multi-use. Everything in this kit is designed to be used for 2 or 3 different things. Also for water purification. So it has a multitude of uses, and I'm going to do some experimentation with that usage for fire starting on that. This is the glucose tablet, and you know, the glucose, which is basically kind of a sugar, can not only be used as a quick energy boost, but it can be mixed, or a sweetener for the tea, but it can be mixed with potassium manganate for fire starting purposes. We've got this guy right here. This is cetamol, and you don't see this, I don't think, as commonly in the U.S., but it's basically will be replaced probably with, I will probably put a couple of aspirin for anybody that may need that specifically as a blood thinner or for any sort of heart condition. I think that's a great thing to have, along with Benadryl, but I will probably also put some Advil in there. That's my preferred pain reliever. So anyway, that's what that is. It's essentially an Advil kind of aspirin type solution. We've got a couple of Bouillon Cubes here, and man, this is a great thing to have. Super light. I'll probably double these. I'll probably have four or six of these in there, because you know, one of these a day in boiled water will make you feel a whole lot better in terms of filling your belly, making you feel like you've had some food. A little bit of crude fat and calories in this, and super light. So also you can use this shiny part paper that wraps this up as fishing lure. You could do the same with this. So that's again, everything in here is kind of multi-use, and this baggie right here, more space for Benadryl and other things. Got a compass here, very small floating compass. Checked it out. Looks like it's working just fine, and that'd be a nice thing to have, wouldn't it? Again, this is something you have in your pocket, so you get separated from your pack, get separated from, you know, your backpack, whatever. It's on your person. That's the idea behind this kit. Piece of a hacksaw blade. Man, think how useful that could be. You can cut a lot of things with this. The way that this one is cut has a nice edge right here. It's a rough edge, but could be very useful for some certain tasks. And of course, this is extremely hard and tempered. Along with this striker here, we've got our fire making here. This is a sparker here, and we've got some extra cordage. We can wear this around our neck or around our wrist, and that would be a great thing to have. Let's see. All right, we've got 4 water purification tabs here. Probably have to replace these. One of these tablets purifies 1 liter of water. Again, another Australian brand, most likely, Pure Tabs, expired in 2004. So I'll have to see about getting some more of those, but I like the size of those. They're very small. Hope I can get something similar. We have 4 Band-Aids here. These will definitely get replaced, probably with an antibiotic treated or antiseptic treated waterproof Band-Aid. This is Elastoplast, something maybe we've never seen here in the U.S. Again, probably Australian. We've got some antiseptic wipes, and these will definitely get replaced. They're probably dried out. Great thing to have for a lot of reasons. You can clean your hands. You can clean wounds. Got a pretty decent pair of tweezers here. I'm picky about tweezers, and these are doing a pretty good job of grabbing, but I might replace these. They're light, which I like. I might replace these with a slightly higher quality metal. But these are actually doing a pretty good job. They feel pretty good as they're grabbing my skin there. So they're very functional. Got a very large needle here for sewing, picking out splinters. Looks like it's gold plated right here. So I don't know. It's a high quality needle, and it's very sharp, and that is certainly a great thing to have. Let's see. This is an awesome addition to any survival kit. It's light and it's flat, and they are sterile surgical blades. So if you think about the things that, you know, you'd be cutting with this, and you think about the things that you would be cutting, prying with this, this could serve a lot of the other functions of things. If you have a high quality surgical blade, and you can see on the back, you can see the outline of the blades, of the 2 blades that are in there. This could potentially serve in a very light and sterile package a function of a pocket knife, of not needing, you know, that super small blade for things that this may not do. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing perhaps a small Swiss Army knife in here, and I'm going to talk about that real quick in just a second. Last thing in this kit is a signaling mirror. If I peel away a little bit of this edge right here, you'll see I've got a signaling mirror under there. Good plastic, Looks like it's very, very shiny, which is what you want. Differences between this and the kits. Oh, I forgot about this part. This is great. This is sort of a Kydex almost type plastic. Very, very durable, easily wrapped and taped and waterproofed. And this can be used for not only for storing the contents, but as a mixing bowl or a water cup. I mean, this is a great design. This is a really solid kit. The newer ones that I see, they look a little more lightweight to me, especially. I'm a little disappointed that they don't have something like this, a full tang knife in there. I mean, that's a great adjustment. I've looked around a little bit on the web, and I think that this company is still making something like this. This SICUT, the SICUT brand. I think you can still get them. They look a little bit different, slightly different design. But in the newer kits you can find at bobcoopersurvival.com, you'll notice they have like a buck-style folding knife. And they have something in there that I really like, and that is a mini Leatherman-style tool. That is definitely something I would like to have in here. The pliers are very, very good to have. And then, of course, with that, you would have your small blade that we were talking about earlier. You wouldn't necessarily need a one of the little Swiss Army knives. Flashlight. Kit does not have a flashlight. I could probably get something like this in here. This is the Streamlight MicroStream, which is an excellent light. I've got another review on that, probably above or below this one. But I would probably, honestly, for weight purposes, I would probably go with something a little bit lighter in this kit, like one of the little very small keychain lights that's almost this size. I don't have one right here, but I have 4 or 5 of them. And that might be a good way to go. They last a long time, little LED lights. Overall, I think this is a great kit. I'm going to be making some mint tin kits in the near future, and I'll show you how those turn out. And if you guys have anything that you think I should add to this kit, let me know below this. Let me know what you would add to it and what you think. This is Gear Nut Jim signing off.